Hey cashers, it's Lisa. Look out, Lisa from Cash Advance. So how y'all doing today? Boy, I got a bit of a froggy throat. Goodness. So it is Thursday, the day before Valentine's Day, which is coming up, and we'll be having Mappy Hour tomorrow. But for today, I wanted to talk about coordinate systems. For solving geocaching puzzles, knowing coordinates is kind of the number one thing, right? And how to understand how different coordinate systems work in order to work on and solve those puzzles. So just wanted to get to say hello to everybody. I see we've got Belle on the move here. Hello. Hey, good to see you, man. Awesome. Well, I am broadcasting from our home office studio here in Spokane, Washington, and it is 21 degrees outside. We're actually having a bit of a heat wave. It was below zero just the other day. So once again, I'm working from home because it's kind of cold. It's beautiful and sunny, but a little chill. So I hope y'all are having good weather wherever you are, good caching weather. Well, it's all a matter of how prepared you are, I suppose, for the weather. So again, go ahead and chime in, especially if you're watching us on replay. Just type in replay and let us know where you are, because geocaching is a location-based game. Hence, coordinate systems. It's super important to understand how the different coordinate systems work for solving geocaching puzzles, right? So what I've got going on is I wanted to just talk about kind of the main areas about kind of giving you some insights into coordinate systems and how they work, and got a little bit of a exciting thing that I'll be talking about at the very end as well. So stay tuned to the end, and we're going to talk a little bit more about what's coming up at Cash Advance and something that's kind of exciting, we think. Awesome. So as you know, coordinates are really the building block of geocaching. If we didn't have a coordinate system, we wouldn't have this game of geocaching. And obviously, we all know the story of when the selective availability was turned off, and we were able to, with just basic handheld GPS units, back in 2000, we were able to get really accurate coordinates. Originally, they were like football field, 300 meters or yards distance of accuracy, and that's no good. You can't find anything that way unless you're just looking for a city. But in order to get geocaching started, that was turned off, or when that was turned off, that was the impetus for Dave Ulmer to get out there and say, let's see how accurate this really is. And it's darn accurate, especially these days. Even with our simple smartphones, we're able to find things up to a foot, which is pretty amazing with this tiny little unit held in our hand that we can do so much with. But as you know, puzzle caches don't give you the exact coordinates, and you've got to figure those out as to what they are. I see it. We've got Great Does It has joined us as well from Missouri. Is it? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, snow and rain. So no geocaching for you. So I've got an alternative for when the weather is bad. It's time to start working on puzzles, right? And it's snowing and raining in Reno, Nevada, too. Yeah, we're supposed to get some pretty big storms coming through here. So this is a good time to be working on puzzle caches. That's what we do when the weather is bad, or, we're stuck at home in quarantine, maybe. That sure was a big deal for a lot of us a couple years back. To learn how coordinate systems work and work on solving puzzles. And so that's the basis of all geocaching, truly is how to solve having the coordinate system and then understanding how that really works. So again, it's the foundation of geocaching, and it's the foundation of all of your puzzle solving as well, understanding different coordinate systems potentially. So as you know, there are a lot of different coordinate systems that are out there. In geocaching, we use, the basic one that we all use, based on the 84 WSG, WGA. I've forgotten the exact name of it. I'll get those details right for you. But for latitude and longitude, there's also the UTM coordinate system, and which you might even see. It's on a lot of on the web pages. If you go to the web page for a geocache, you can see the UTM coordinates there as well. We've got what 3 words. Have you heard of what 3 words? That's a whole new, a different coordinate system, actually, that can get you fairly accurate. And then we've got Google Plus codes, all sorts of different types of coordinate systems that have been in use for a long time. And there's different ways of manipulating them and using them for solving puzzles, right? So yeah, when I first started geocaching, I didn't do a lot of puzzle caches. They're difficult. They're not where they're supposed to be. Back when I first started geocaching, they could be anywhere, actually, based on, there wasn't that 2-mile rule that we have now, where the icon is for the puzzle cache, your actual solved coordinates are going to be within 2 miles, unless it's a very, very old cache. So that gives you a good starting point. But 2 miles, I mean, that's worse than before we even had selective availability turned off, right? It's like, where could a tiny geocache be? Or maybe, hopefully, if you're lucky, a bigger geocache within a 2-mile radius. So you've got to understand lots of details and tricks and tips on how to unlock the actual coordinates so that you can then find the cache. And it's snowing in Vancouver and Portland too. Wow. Okay. So you're to the west of me. We're supposed to be getting bad weather coming our way, and that's the direction that our weather comes. So, because I know about coordinates, from Washington over here, coming into Spokane area, and that's the way our weather pattern generally goes with the jet stream. So, yeah. Well, I hope you guys stay safe. I know Vancouver, Portland area, you don't always get a lot of snow, so you're not all that prepared for it as we are in northern, colder climes. So again, perfect time to be working on some puzzles potentially. So the impact of small tweaks as well on coordinate systems can, learning how to tweak them can also help you in solving different puzzle caches for sure. And so sometimes learning how to master these subtle manipulations can really be a game changer in solving your puzzle coordinates for where the actual final is hidden. And we've got real world tools and applications, obviously, that we can use for using these different coordinate systems and unlocking how that they work so they can help you solve puzzle coordinates or potentially hide your own caches using some alternative types of tweaks on real world puzzle coordinate applications that are out there. So what I've got to share with you today, as I mentioned at the very beginning of this live, is that, as many of you know, last year we released our first puzzle course on solving substitution puzzles. Well, it's time to get a little bit further back to the basics and understanding how actual coordinates work and how those can be used and manipulated for solving and creating puzzle caches. So that is going to be our very next puzzle course that we're going to be releasing soon. It's not ready yet. I'm working on the details of that one, but it's all about mastering coordinate systems. And I think there's going to be a lot of insights and ahas within this course. I know hundreds of you have purchased our first course, and we love that. And we've gotten some really good feedback. So it's time for us to come out with this other one to bring it back to the basics a little bit more of understanding exactly how coordinates work and then how you can then apply them for solving your puzzles. So, yeah, Belle says, what 3 words is a hoot? Oh, you live near Modest Flask Forging. Forging? Yeah. Yeah. So, who's heard of what 3 words? If you have, give us a thumbs up or a like, or just put in the comments, yes, I have heard of what 3 words. Yeah, when I first saw a puzzle using that, I'm like, what is this? I've learned so much solving different types of puzzles, but it takes a long time when you're learning on your own. First, what's this puzzle about? What do I need to look for to even solve the coordinates? And then how can I plug them into the numbers that I need to put into the coordinate system that geocaching.com uses? And then there's often a puzzle within the puzzle even, right? So there's a lot of things that, you need to understand, or at least get a good grip on, or a reference tool that you can go back to, and to learn how to work with other sets of coordinates for puzzle caches. So what I wanted to share with you today, like I said, the course isn't ready yet, but I'd like to give you guys first dibs on getting into the course, and potentially maybe even a special deal. If you sign up early on our wait list, you can get special deals onto getting into the course that we have, and maybe even both courses if you're interested in both of them too, because they do work hand in hand for sure. So I'm going to put up here on the banner, this is where you can go to join our waitlist. There's no obligation. It's just where you go to sign up and say, yes, I want to know about our upcoming coordinate system sign up. And I'm going to put this, hang on, let me get the link. I'll put it here in the comments as well. That should go across to, because I am broadcasting both on Facebook and YouTube Live. So if you just go to that link, it's cachingleague.com. That's where we've got all of our courses held over at Caching League for our Cache Advance courses. Then just go to sign up, and that will get you to the wait list for the Mastering Coordinates puzzle course that will be coming up soon. So I'm hoping to get that finished and released here within the next week or two. And it's a lot set up, a lot like our first course was, which was all about substitutions, which again, hundreds of you guys have been through and have enjoyed. And yeah, so that's all where you need to go to sign up. And if anybody has any questions about that, I'm happy to answer them. And also, if for any reason that sign up page isn't working, because I just set it up and it worked when I tested it, but I needed a few more folks to test it on the outside, but I wanted to come on live for my Thursday noon live that we like to do every Thursday now. So let me pop back over here to comments. Whoops, there we go. My page is jumping around on me. So, oh, cool. So it works. You just signed up. Great. Awesome. So yeah, that will put you on our wait list. And then from there, we'll be emailing you updates as to when the course will be going live, how you might get any other bonuses that we might be having coming up. We haven't worked out all of those details just yet. But for those folks that pre-register, you're definitely going to be getting a deal on the registration cost of it. And then there'll be a bonus too for if you haven't taken our other course, where you can find out information around about that one too. So cool. Glad it works. Maybe I should go peek, make sure that I see. Hang on just a second. And let me update my page. Hasn't come through just yet, but there's always a bit of a delay. So cool. Well, thank you for signing up. So that's where you go to sign up, cachingleague.com/sign up. I'll also get a post up on Facebook where you can go. And if you're on our email list, we'll be emailing you this information as well. So again, our next course coming out very soon is all about coordinate systems and, how, as I mentioned, let me back up and reiterate all this again. That they are the building blocks of geocaching. Obviously, we don't have coordinates. You can't find geocaches. However, with puzzle caches, a lot of them use alternative types of coordinate systems. And so getting a good handle on how those work will really help you unlock those puzzle coordinates and also help you hide potential puzzles in the future. And of course, we're going to be going through lots of different types of coordinate systems, such as the UTM, what 3 words, which we were just talking about earlier here, and all the real world applications that are out there, and how just making subtle tweaks can really make a difference in your puzzle solving skills. So cool. And let's see here. And you got the confirmation email. Okay, cool. Good. And I hope that email made sense. I haven't checked all the details on that confirmation email. So cool. I'm glad that you got it. And I'm still not seeing you over on our, let me update this page here. Yes, there it is. Okay. There was just a delay on my end. So cool. So everything is working. So I've got your email in our special list then. And so we'll be getting emails out to you as we get set up for the course to actually go live. And yes, you got a couple of questions for me. Do we have materials available for teaching a local geocaching how-to course? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't specifically right now. I've taught so many of those myself, either virtually like this. I did quite a few during the pandemic as people were just getting started with geocaching. And then in person over the 23 years that I've been geocaching. But I haven't actually put it together in just a basic, how to teach geocaching. So thank you. I will work on something for that. I've got a lot of tips on how to do that for sure. So stay tuned. That's definitely a need out there. I know a lot of folks really want to share geocaching or they've been approached by their local communities, the library, the city, or Parks and Rec on how to teach geocaching. That's one of the ways that I got started actually was through REI and Parks and Rec teaching geocaching courses. So although not really a teacher, but I do enjoy teaching for sure. Does that make sense? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So cool. Well, thank you for that suggestion. So again, go ahead and sign up. If you go to cachingleague.com/sign up, there's no obligation. It's just giving us your email address so that we can keep you abreast of when the Mastering Coordinates puzzle course launches soon. And then of course, anybody that signs up on our waitlist will be getting some early bird bonuses and early access into the course as we get it going. So cool. Well, that was really all that I had to share today. So just wanted to come on and talk about that. We are crazily working on getting our Cache Crate subscriptions prepped and ready. They're actually going to be coming not in this box this time. We had an item, I teased it last week. It's too big, doesn't fit in our box. But we have a very special container that all of the Cache Crates will be coming in. So folks, stay tuned for that. We'll be getting those out probably. We're still waiting for one item. It's being locally made, but it's complicated. And so it's taking a little bit of time for that to be completed. But super excited for that coming out. So again, yeah, go ahead and sign up, cachingleague.com, and that will get you on our wait list for our puzzle course coming up on mastering, really, coordinate systems. And again, building blocks, geocaching, right? All right, well, everybody have a fantastic week. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so if you got somebody special, take them geocaching, right? That's always fun. For sure. And also join us. Mappy Hour will be tomorrow as well. Tomorrow it's at 6 p.m. Pacific time, which is 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern I think we're still on standard, not daylight yet. Eastern time for our Mappy Hour, and I'll be getting an email out tomorrow afternoon for the topic for that, which being as Valentine's Day, I think you might have an idea what that topic might be. Just going to give it a little tease. All right, well, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your comments and questions, and you've given me some good ideas. Again, get on the wait list. It's cachingleague.com/sign up, super simple, and that will put you on our wait list to get all those information out to you. And thank you so much. I'm going to have a great week. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for Mappy Hour. And then join us again next week, same cache time, same cache channel here for our Thursday afternoon lives. All right, take care, everybody. Enjoy. Happy caching. Stay warm, stay safe, and start looking at puzzles in your area, especially if you can't get out because of weather. And, you know, puzzle solving can also make for a fun date night. Just saying. All right, take care, everyone.